Hi there, this is your friend Anna, and the question that I've been getting the most from all of my friends is, what are we wearing? This age-old question isn't just about choosing an outfit, it's about choosing how we present ourselves to the world. I created the I Want Her Shoes podcast to dive deep into what it means to dress with intention, whether you're heading to a council meeting or just having a casual day out with your family. Join the conversation as we explore the power of personal style and the decisions that shape our public personas. Put on your favorite pair of shoes and step into my closet. Welcome back to the I Want Her Shoes podcast. I'm your host, Anna Annison, and today's episode is a little bit different. Over the last 18 months, I've spoken to over 60 women, and one thing that I always ask is, please bring a pair of shoes with you that has the most interesting story that you could share. A shoe that has an emotional connection. It really represents kind of the journey that you've walked in those shoes. While we've seen all kinds of shoes here, I wanted to celebrate today one iconic shoe that actually has been picked many times, and that is the legendary Manolo Blahnik. And I wanted to celebrate the women who chose Manolos because the stories behind those choices are quite remarkable. Before we begin, let me share the Manolos that I have, and I was actually very inspired to get these after hearing these stories from these ladies, and these are the Hangisi. And the Hangisi is the shoe, the Manolo that we've seen most on this podcast, actually, believe it or not. Manolo Blahnik is a famous Spanish designer who founded this brand in the early 1970s, and today, actually, his granddaughter is the creative director behind the brand, which is quite cool, and she's a lucky granddaughter. His brand is not only known for their craftsmanship, elegance, femininity, and timeless style, they're also known for their attention to detail, and I kid you not, they are the most comfortable shoes you could literally get. I have a few pairs myself, and really, you can walk around, run around the city. You could do anything in these shoes, ladies. And the cool thing is he makes them in different heel sizes. So if you don't want something this tall, you can have something a little bit shorter. So it's for everybody. And of course, for many of us, like me, Manolos became part of our life and pop culture thanks to Sex and the City. Perhaps the most iconic moment of all, when Carrie said, "Well, hello, lover," as she glazed lovingly at the pair of blue satin Manolo Blahnik Hangisi pumps just like these. And those shoes became more than fashion. They became a symbol of aspiration, confidence, independence, and also personal style. But what's fascinating is that every woman who chooses Manolos does so for a different reason. So today we're revisiting some of those conversations. And first up is Melisa Pegus. A leader known for combining strategy, innovation, and authenticity, Melisa shared why Manolos and hers are so beautifully and laced represent something far deeper than luxury. Let's hear her story.
I bought a lace Manolo Hangisi. They're about 4 inches, and this is a really special pair for me because I remember the Manolo BB pump was my first pair of designer heels that I bought. I bought them in this sort of dark silver. It was a bit glossy, and they're so comfortable. I still have them today. They're my favorite heels. Manolo makes a great heel. I feel like it's a very classic and rite of passage shoe. It's the perfect 4-inch heel.
Thank you, Sex and the City.
Exactly. I was going to say, and then Sex and the City gave us the Hangisi, and I just thought there was something really special about the gray and the lace.
The heel too, the back, like the way the heel is done. Yeah. I feel like it's just something like a little extra touch.
Exactly. So a little different from the blue, but it allows me to, still have something that is comfortable and makes me feel confident, but still a little special.
It's so interesting how often women associate shoes with milestones, not because of what they cost, but because of what they really represent for them during that time. Our next guest understands the power of style as self-expression, perhaps better than anyone. And if anyone's qualified to talk about iconic shoes, it's Ella. Fashion Insider style expert and frequent fashion crime co-host, Ella has spent years helping women define their personal style. And here's why Manolos made her list, and hers are really special, so watch the clip. I was super jealous when I saw this specific pair.
These are my wedding shoes, and they were bought by my mom in New York from Bergdorf Goodman. They are the Hengisis?
Hengisis, yes, these are popular among our guests.
They are, but these are the original Sex and the City ones. And when Sex and the City movie came out, Manolo Blahnik went to Bergdorf Goodman and signed my shoe. It says, to Ella from Manolo Blahnik. So I have the original Hengisis signed by
in blue.
The one and only
I'm
in
gonna
blue.
Have to, even though you're bigger than me, I'm gonna have to try those
on.
They're
and you know what? I have worn these babies. I mean, you could see they're scratched.
But so you use that adhesive that you talked about?
I do have them sprayed, so they didn't get dirty.
You know what you could do though with this later is you could literally have them studded all the way blue.
All the way.
Do you know how beautiful that would be?
Oh, it could be. Yeah.
Like I know a woman that does that.
Oh, yes. Well, there you go.
And that would look so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, this is an amazing story.
So this is,
who else has that? I mean, this is like literally and I actually one in a million.
I have a poster of the shoes that are signed that's hanging in my hallway too. So it's a great story, and Manolo makes some of the best shoes.
I feel like his shoes have always really been comfortable.
So comfortable.
Like they are. You could literally you can wear this for
all day.
I
mean, I wore them. I ran with them. I walked all around Manhattan with them. They're so comfortable.
Yeah.
Bravo to Manolo.
One thing that I've noticed from these conversations is that style is rarely just about fashion. It's really about confidence, about stepping into a new chapter, a new exciting career, a new transition. And our next guest knows a thing or two about building confidence. But before we get to Courtney, I want to take a moment to thank our friends at AI Loves Data for supporting this episode. If you're in the Bay Area, be sure to check out their free event in San Francisco at AWS headquarters there on November 5th, bringing together leaders and practitioners at the forefront of AI and data innovation. They'll be talking about agentic AI in the enterprise. Visit ailovesdata.com/San-Francisco to learn more and reserve your spot. Entrepreneur, founder, and community builder Courtney Spritzer shared her thoughts on the iconic shoe that continues to inspire women around the world. Let's listen to her story. Tell me about the shoes that you brought. I'm so excited.
Okay, so I will be honest that it took me a while to figure out what I was going to bring because I love all my shoes equally. So to ask them for my favorite pair was really hard. But then I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh.
This is a show. So I wanted color. So I was like, okay, let me narrow it down to color. And then it's about shoes. So then I thought of Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City. So,
oh my God, the Hengisis, ladies, but it's different. It's a baby blue.
And I've worn these twice. I got them like 3 years ago, and I'm need an excuse to wear these, and I just don't even know.
Beautiful.
I've worn them with jeans to like dress up jeans, but I don't know. Like
you can wear them with what you're wearing now.
DM me what I should be wearing these with.
You can wear it with what you have on now.
Go with this color, but maybe I think like white. I don't know, white.
It could go with the color.
I guess you could like wear it with.
You could wear. I
can
wear it literally with what I have now.
Exactly, but they're just so fun and so feminine, and I love the color, and I want more excuses to wear these.
The women we feature on this podcast come from such different industries, different backgrounds, such a diverse life experiences, yet somehow they often arrive at the same symbols, and perhaps that's because great style transcends profession. Ashley has built her career around relationships, leadership, and creating meaningful connections. Here's her take on the enduring appeal of Manolos. Let's take a listen.
Let's move into these shoes. Did you bring shoes? Or are you wearing them?
I'm wearing them.
Okay, well, let's take one off and you could tell the story behind it.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Oh, I love their white. You said you love white.
All white. Yeah. Glitter inside.
Yeah, I love the glitter. Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's a mom.
That's a mom, yes.
Okay, these shoes, white Manolo Blahniks, I've owned them for years.
And they're quite high, too, and you're tall, too.
I always wear high heels. Yeah. And my husband likes me into high heels, which is interesting. But I've had these refurbished. Like, I won't buy a new pair. They're so comfortable. Look, I need to do it again. They're my go-to.
Yeah, but these are like your go-to.
They're my go-to.
Gonna, like, do that, you'll fix them again.
They look good in any setting, jeans, dress, gown. Like, I'm obsessed.
There ain't nothing like your Manolos, baby. They're the most comfortable.
That's right.
I would say pretty much true. It's true.
They're the most comfortable. Yeah. Like, by far. I'm obsessed.
I think Bottega is, but depending on the shoe.
Depending on the shoe.
Yeah, for sure. Because like Manolos, you can't go wrong.
You can't
if
go
you get
wrong.
your size, you could walk like throughout New York. You could run around.
I have. You see the back of this heel?
Mm-hmm.
I have walked through and through.
That's like, that means you wear your shoes, which I love.
I do wear my shoes, and I love that. And they're family owned still, which I respect that, and I admire that. That's really cool.
Before we continue, I want to give another shout out to AI Loves Data. And on November 5th, they're hosting a very special free event about agentic AI in the enterprise in San Francisco. So if you're interested in how AI is really transforming the enterprise, this is a great event and it's free to attend. Visit AILovesData/San-Francisco to get your free ticket. While supplies last, there's only, I think, capacity is about 500, so grab your ticket while you can. Gallery founder, collector, and champion of contemporary artists, Mindy Solomon, brought a unique perspective to the conversation. Here's why she chose Manolos.
Well, speaking of stories, Mindy, you have to share the story of these amazing Manolo Blahniks that you brought, and they're all. Can you describe what they are? It's like almost baroque. Like
they're sort of. So I probably have had these.
It's like royalty baroque, like those Parisian castles vibes.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought when I bought them. So I've had them over 20 years,
and they look brand new.
Yeah, well, I try and keep them in their little boxes and their little bags. But, I went through a stage that sort of concurred with the midlife crisis where, I was doing all this running and I was very lean and fit. And I felt, believe it or not, girls, I felt sexy and good about my body. I mean, how many times can we actually say that, right? I was like so confident in my 40s. So I'd finally shed all that baby weight, whatever. So I was shopping a lot for new clothing. Subsequently, very involved in nonprofits. I was a chair of a board. I was doing all this stuff. So I needed fabulous things.
Yes, and that is fabulousness.
Yeah, and I remember I saw these shoes and all the things you just said, you just keyed in. The Baroque, the French castles, the sort of Marie Antoinette, sort of, something sexy, boudoir-y, lovely. That's why I acquired them. And I have gotten rid of many, many shoes, including Manolos, because they were not comfortable.
But those look really comfortable.
Well, they're okay.
Okay, yeah.
But I have to say I couldn't part with them because look at this fabulousness.
I mean, even inside. It has like the same pattern inside, which they don't do that anymore.
No.
Like, I have not seen anything like that in the new ones. Yeah.
Right. So you have this fabulous patterning. I mean, they're just beautiful fashion. So this really goes back to the thing that you say about taste, but art.
And art. Those,
fashion.
These are literally art and fashion together. Yeah.
So that's why I've retained them. And I think I remember wearing them at a wedding with a gorgeous, actually I just finished, I didn't buy them then, but I bought the suit that I wore them with. I did the Chicago Marathon and I always joked I was a shopper with a running problem. So after the Chicago Marathon, I dragged my husband to Saks and I bought this beautiful silk suit that was like a sort of a pinkish beige. And I wore them to this really nice party with these shoes. And I felt so good about myself.
As we wrap today's special episode, I am reminded that shoes have never really been just about shoes. They're about possibility. They're about confidence. They're about women who wear them. Whether it's a pair of Manolo Blahnik sneakers, boots, or something you've had for years in your closet, what matters is not the label, it's the story behind these beautiful shoes. And that's what I really wanted to bring out in I Want Her Shoes podcast, is that women connect more with these pairs of shoes than many of us understand. And it is quite emotional for a lot of us. And the stories behind the women we admire, you know, they represent the journeys they've taken, the lessons they've learned, and the paths they're still creating. And as Carrie Bradshaw once said, maybe our mistakes are what makes our fate, right? And perhaps our shoes simply help get us there. And I'm a huge believer in failure and mistakes. And I agree with Carrie that really all of these, for me, these are all not mistakes, but all of these have a story behind them, right? And I'm very grateful to have so many cool stories. And thank you for listening, and thank you for continuing to walk this journey with us. We're about to hit 500,000 downloads, and we would not be able to do this without you. Thank you, and can't wait to see you at the next episode.